ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
Thank you.
ಓಕೆ.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Hello, Vijay sir.
Yes, sir. Can you start?
Yeah, good evening, sir. We can start.
Now it's a 161 participants.
Yeah, if you want, we can wait for some more time, sir. I don't have any problem.
Yes, sir.
If you want, we can wait for some time. If you want, we can start immediately. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Or
No, what I'm saying is, if you want, we can.
We'll start. Now it's the time is. We'll wait for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, sir.
Okay.
So.
After that, we'll start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We'll start. Sir, can we start?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Yes, good evening, one and all. Welcome to the webinar on how to crack the GATE and other competitive exams in first attempt. So, the seeking the blessings from Lord Durdundeshwara and the pranamas to Panchamashri Shivlingeshwara Mahasabhiji Siddha Samsthanamata Nidsosi. I, Shri Vijay Ittanawar, the faculty of the Electronics and the Communication, the Department, Hira Sugar Institute of Technology Nidsosi, welcome you all. So on behalf of the management, the principal, HOD, staff and entire student community, I heartily welcome Dr. Mahipal Reddy, Senior Manager Strategic Marketing, ACE Engineering Academy, Hyderabad to this session. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay sir.
I welcome the Raghavendra sir, the branch manager, ACE Engineering Academy, Bangalore. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I welcome our beloved HOD, Dr. Ravi M. Edahedi, to this webinar. I welcome you, sir. So I extend warm welcome to all participants and my dear colleagues. I welcome you one and all. So also it gives me an immense pleasure introduce the speaker of the webinar, the Dr. Mahipal Reddy, Senior Manager Strategic Marketing, ACE Engineering Academy, Hyderabad. Sir completed BTech from Mechanical Engineering in 2000 from Kurnool. Sir completed MBA in Marketing and IT System Management from NIT Warangal in 2002. Sir also completed PhD in Management Studies from University of Hyderabad in 2020. Sir qualified UGC NET in 2012. Sir also received ICSSR Doctoral Fellowship. Sir is having the more than 18-year experience in that. The sir worked as Assistant Manager in Pioneer Online Private Limited in the duration August 2002 to February 2006. Sir worked as a Senior Market Analyst in Kirby Building Systems Limited during February 2006 to February 2007. Sir also worked as an Associate Manager in the Avinion India Private Limited Hyderabad in the duration March 2007 to August 2010. Sir also worked as the manager in Cybertech System and Software Limited Hyderabad in the duration September 2010 to June 2011. From last 6 years, Sir is working as a Senior Manager Strategic Marketing in ACE Engineering Academy, Hyderabad. So with this brief introduction, once again I welcome Dr. Mahipal Reddy sir. So I request Dr. Mahipal Reddy sir to take over the session.
Good evening, all the participants, my dear students and the faculty members and HOD sir and other faculty members who are joining us. And I also welcome the participants from ACE Engineering Academy also, my dear colleagues. My dear friends, my dear student friends, today morning also we had a session. It was the overwhelming response from the students. So as per the limitations of Zoom, we couldn't accommodate more than 300. So we have decided that we are going to have one more session in the evening. And I thank all of you for understanding that particular situation of ours and sharing, giving your cooperation in that particular manner. Now, what we have discussed in the morning, I think more or less we'll discuss in the same way in the evening, but we will share a few more thoughts if time permits. Now it's almost 4:05. Probably we'll continue up to 4:45, 4:50 about the discussion about these competitive exams, and then probably we can take up questions. And many students are sending me in messages on my WhatsApp as well as the SMS that when we can get the certificate, participation certificate. As Sri Vijay sir said, in the evening he's going to share the link with all the students, and I mean, once you fill up that particular feedback link, automatically you will get the certificate. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So I'm just trying to clarify all the doubts before I start. And one more request from my side. I request all the participants to mute their mic so that we can go through the session in a peaceful manner. Now, the biggest question for any engineering student, I have seen, I mean, I passed out in 2000, and from last 20 years, I'm seeing engineering students. Engineering students are really good. You know why I said good? Engineering students are good in many, many areas. If you ask me one particular quality of an engineering student is they are good in analyzing the situations, and problem solving skills are there. Communication skills are also very good, and that's the reason many companies do come and recruit engineering students from their campuses. Now, as I was talking about the good thing about engineering students, there is some problem with engineering students also. You may ask me, what's the problem with engineering students? The biggest problem that I've seen with engineering students is, I mean, for them, career planning comes at a very, very late stage in their engineering course. Many students realize that they are supposed to do something after completing their engineering very late. Some of them realize that one in the fourth year, some of them realize in the fourth year, second semester, some of them realize that I'm supposed to do something after completing my engineering. Now, my point is, before you complete your engineering, if you can plan, this is what I'm going to do after my engineering, and this is what I'm going to do in order to achieve that one. So if you can decide like this, then probably you will not have that kind of a what we can say crisis in your career. So that particular situation you can avoid very, very easily. So that's the reason I am going to discuss about a lot of opportunities, career opportunities, what you're going to have. But today, since we have very limited time that is available with us, we will confine our discussion to only to the GATE, ESE, and other examinations that we have in India. Now, today's focus will be on how to crack GATE, ESE, and PSUs in the very first attempt. Now, before we discuss about GATE and ESE, let us discuss about why we need to think about these examinations. Now, the first and foremost problem that I've seen with many engineering students is they're fully ready at the end of fourth year, second semester. They're fully ready, but some of them have got placement, some of them have got some other opportunities, but many of them are left nothing in their hands. So why this particular situation is happening with some of the students? I'm not telling you this with my own experience. Probably in last 6 years, I must have visited around 500 to 600 engineering colleges in India. I've covered, I went to almost all the corners of India. Wherever the engineering college is there, I went to all the places, from Kerala to Jammu Kashmir, and from Ahmedabad to almost up to West Bengal and Sikkim. So all these places, what I have seen is the biggest problem with engineering students is they don't plan their career when they are there in engineering. They complete their engineering and they realize that, okay, I'm supposed to do something. Now, this is the same picture that I'm showing you, an engineering student's picture, who is ready in the fourth year, second semester, but is not able to get any kind of a career opportunity after completing engineering, because he doesn't know how to use the opportunities that he had when he was in engineering. Now, the ladders which you are seeing here are going to represent the same thing. Now, just imagine if you can pick up one ladder and put it across the wall, you are going to cross the wall very, very easily, and you will not have any problem also in crossing the wall. But whereas if you are in this particular situation, it is very difficult for you to cross the wall, and even if you cross also, it will be after a lot of fight you are going to cross. So my point is, when you are there in engineering, at least in second and third year, think about what you are going to do. If you can think and if you can decide, this is what I'm going to do, give it some time, 5 months, 6 months time on that particular opportunity, and spend a good amount of time on that one. Definitely you're going to achieve that good opportunity. Now, the second problem is that I have seen with many people, they do not realize what are their capabilities. They think that I am a small person, I may not be able to achieve bigger things, so let me focus on the smaller opportunities only. But my point is, if you can identify what are the capabilities of your own self, then probably you can achieve much better things than what you're thinking about. So my concern with engineering students is these two. My concern is with these two things. These two things. So my point is, if you can understand these two things, then automatically you are going to come out of this particular situation. Now, why many students are not going to come out of this particular situation? The biggest problem that I have seen with many students is their inability to think beyond engineering. If you can think beyond your engineering, then automatically you are going to do wonderful things. So my point is, when you're there in second and third year, please think about what am I going to do after my engineering. Many students, they lose themselves in engineering campus, that I'm writing semester exams, I'm writing internal exams, I'm doing laboratory work, I'm doing project work. What else somebody can do other than this one? My dear friends, things have changed. Probably in my generation, those things have worked for us. But this generation, things are not going to work like that, because uh, every year around 10 lakh students are coming out of engineering campuses. And if you are going to do the same mistakes what I have done in my career, you cannot survive so easily. So change your mindset and start working on your career from second and third year itself. Now, for those who are not well versed with the opportunities what they have got as an engineering student, I'm sharing some of the important opportunities what you have got. As an engineering student, on the technical side, you have got GATE exam, engineering services, PSUs, State Service Commission, IT and ITS jobs. So these are the opportunities you have got as an engineering student. And if you ask me what is the best opportunity out of all these five, without any doubt, I will say PSUs. This is my personal opinion, not from my academy, not from any other person. Why PSUs? Public sector undertakings, they give you, first thing, a kind of a secure job. Second thing, they are going to let you to work in the technical area. Third one is the work-life balance and work environment is really good in PSUs. And fourth one is the salary that what you're going to get. The best probable salary that you can get in your life is with the PSUs. They offer you around 12 lakh salary. So for all these reasons, and moreover, once you work in PSUs for 3 to 4 years, then you will realize that what I need to do in the future, because you have got that kind of exposure to the organization, which is going to give you a lot of thought processes for your future. Now, not only this, on the other side, non-technical side, you have got CAT examination, civil services, foreign service, IBPS, SSC. You have got a lot of opportunities. Many opportunities are there. So, I mean, to be frank, I'm not sharing the all opportunities that you have got, but some of the opportunities I'm sharing it here. So, if you are really interested to find more about all these opportunities, probably all of you are having an internet connection on your laptop and mobile phone. Every day, if you can spend 1 hour to 1.5 hour time on each examination, then you will come to know all the things about these examinations and find out which is right one for you. Now, how to find out the right one for you, I'll talk about that. But before that, we will talk about ACE Academy. ACE Academy is 24 years old organization, the pioneer in coaching programs for engineering students, especially for competitive examinations. And the quality of coaching is so good that we have got very good ranks in GATE as well as engineering services every year. Not only the top ranks, we have also got very good ranks in top 10 and top 100 also. And this is all because of the faculty members whom we have, and the study material what we provide to the students, and the review test what we conduct, and finally the students who believe in us. So these are the 4 reasons why we are getting such good ranks. Now we provide coaching in all these areas. Now before we go to what to prepare and what examinations we need to see, let us understand why we should get the job at an early age in the sense, as soon as we complete our engineering, if we get a job, what's going to happen? If we get a good job, there is a difference between these two. If we get a good job, what is going to happen? Let us see both the scenarios. The first thing is, you are going to become financially independent. Now, what is financial independence? Not taking money from anybody, especially from parents, and spending our own money, whatever that we earn. Now, what is this? Our own money is going to give us our own salary. When we spend our own salary, it is going to give us some kind of experience. What kind of experience? How to spend our money, where to spend, where not to spend. So this is what I'm talking about, financial independence. Not only this also gives you how to reach the topmost position in the organization. Take 2 scenarios. I'm taking 2 scenarios. One is in the government sector, another one is in the private sector. In the government sector, if you observe, not only in Karnataka, I've seen entire India, all public services commission jobs, Public Service Commission jobs, Genco, Transco, Discoms, all these jobs. See, getting a job may be an easy thing. Probably if you work, if you study hard, you will get the job. But rather than that one, getting a promotion, first promotion takes a lot of time. You know, I've seen in Karnataka, I've seen in Telangana, Andhra also, to get one single promotion, it takes at least 10 to 12 years time in the government sector. In the private sector, what is the problem in the private sector? Private sector, the problem is if you waste 1 year, your junior is going to become your batchmate. If you waste 2 years, your junior is going to become your seniors. And if that is the situation in your organization, your organization is going to treat your junior better than you, because they feel, oh, this guy is much younger compared to another person, so there is a chance of this person to put in a lot of efforts, energy he's having, and he's going to serve us for longer duration. So my suggestion, after seeing the organization for 15-16 years, what I suggest is, as quickly as possible, get into a job and get into a good job. So that's what I'm trying to suggest you. The third one and most important one for engineering students especially, you know, if you see engineering students, you know, we wherever we go, we tell people that I'm doing my engineering. That's what you must be telling your relatives and friends and family friends and everybody. But believe me, if you are saying that one, probably people will listen to you for the first year, second year, and third year. They'll not ask you any questions other than asking what is your percentage, which college, which branch, and all these questions they may ask you. But when you enter into fourth year and you tell them that I'm going to complete my engineering, they'll ask you only one single question. They'll ask you one single question saying that, what are you going to do after your engineering? If you say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I've already got this, I'm going to do my MTech, I'm getting into a PSU, I'm getting into an IT company. These are all things looks very, very good. But if you say, I'm still searching for some opportunity, I'm looking for an opportunity, I am working on this one, then they'll say, oh, you're going to complete your engineering and don't you want to do a job after your engineering? So this kind of a situation, I don't want you guys to face. So that's the reason what I suggest is, as soon as possible, get a job or get into an opportunity, get into higher education as soon as you complete your engineering. Now, is it so easy for us to crack something in the very first attempt, or getting a job, or cracking GATE exam, or cracking CAT exam, anything? Is it so easy for us to crack in the very first attempt? Honest answer, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it is not impossible. It is absolutely possible. It is possible, very much possible. Why I'm saying it is very much possible? Because in last 6 years with ACE Academy and before that, I have seen so many examples in my own life where people have achieved a lot of things by putting in hard work, by putting in few other characteristics. What are those characteristics? Let us see. The first characteristic that I'm talking about is determination. Determination. Do you have the determination? In a simple words, commitment. How committed you are for the goal that you have set for yourself. I mean, I've seen students who set up a goal for 1 month. After 1 month, they change it, and they continue with the second goal for a few months, and after that, they'll change that one. So they keep on changing from one goal to another goal. See, that doesn't work here in engineering, especially if you are planning to get into a job, it is not going to work. So you have to decide something very, very strategically, very, very committedly, that yes, come whatever may be, I am going to do this job. I am going to get this opportunity. I am going to do this master's course. So then only it is possible. Then only it is possible if you can commit yourself for 6 to 7 months for that particular opportunity. Then only it is possible. Yeah. I mean, if you are committed and you are working on a daily basis, but is it going to give you the success? No. It may give, it may not give, but if you have a plan in your hand, and if you are making things according to the plan, then automatically things are going to happen. So you should know what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. Accordingly, you need to make a plan. Make a plan in the sense, a kind of a worksheet, a kind of a long-term plan that you're going to have in your place in order to get that particular opportunity. Now, the third one and most important one, I have seen enough number of engineering students in my life where people talk about big things, and when it comes to implementation, they don't even do 10% of what they think or what they plan and all these things. So I've seen people they make big plans, and they say tomorrow onwards I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to do this. Next day morning they don't even get up. They postpone it to next day, again postpone it next week, next month, next semester, next year. They complete their course and nothing gets into action. So my point is, have commitment, make a plan, and implement the plan. These are the three things that you need to do. If you can do this one for 6 to 7 months in your third year or fourth year of college, I'm sure whatever may be your opportunity that you are chasing, it is very much possible with you. Okay, so these are the things that I wanted to tell you before we enter into the next stage. How to believe in yourself. How to believe in yourself. If you want to believe in yourself, you need to know two important things. First thing is what you have got. Second thing is what you need to achieve something. So if you know both of them, I'm sure you will understand, okay, I'm having 3 with me, I need 6 in order to make it 9. So this is what you need to know. Moving ahead, from the competitive examination point of view, what do we need to know before we start our preparation? We need to understand, for one thing, that university exams are completely different from competitive exams. If you ask me what is the difference between university exam and a competitive exam, I'll talk about only competitive examination. You take it on the other side of that one will make it university exam. Competitive exams are objective type questions. So the probability of answering the question is either 0 or 1, nothing in between. Whereas in university exams, anything in between is also possible. Competitive exams are having negative marks. University exams, they don't have negative marks. Competitive exams, you need to study entire syllabus, which is may or may not be with the university exams. Competitive exams are having negative marks. It may not be with the university examination. So these are all the differences. And coming to competitive examination, one unique thing that I've observed in my life, probably you must have also observed in your life, people don't ask you, when you take a competitive examination, people don't ask you how many marks you have got in the exam. People don't even ask you that question. They simply ask you whether you have got the job, whether you have got the seat or not. That's it. But whereas in university examination, people will ask you what is your percentage. So that's a big difference that you need to understand. See, in university examination, people talk about qualifying. In competitive examination, people talk about whether you have achieved it or not. That's it. If you say, sir, cutoff mark was 75, I've got 74.90, nobody's going to give you any sympathy. People say, why don't you work a little more hard, and why don't you get few more marks? You would have got the job very easily. So that's the kind of a society where we are living in, who are well versed with the competitive examinations. If you have any doubt, just go to a village nearby and ask them what kind of opportunities are available for engineering students. They will tell you at least 5 different opportunities what engineering students are going to get after their engineering. So that's the kind of society we are living in, where people know everything about engineering students. So don't take me wrongly, but this is the fact. Now, second thing, what you need to do, apart from understanding what is the difference between university exams and competitive exams, you also need to understand that you need to know the model of the question paper. So in order to know the model of the question paper, what you need to do is go to the internet and download whichever the competitive exam that you're planning to write, download that particular question paper, previous year question paper. I mean, you are planning to write 2021 GATE examination, download 2020 or 2019, 1 question paper or 2 question papers, download and try to answer all the questions. Taking the same amount of time. Let us say GATE examination, 65 questions, 100 marks, 3 hours. Take the same time and try to answer all the questions. 65 questions, if you are able to answer in 3 minutes time and you have got very good marks, it is really good. But apart from this, you will also understand few important things. What is that important one? First thing is you will realize that there are some subjects which are more important than others. Second thing also that you will understand is some of in those important subjects how good you are. When you know these two things, what are the important subjects one side, and how you are doing in those important subjects, if you can know these two things, then automatically you can make a plan. You can make a plan for next few months. Make a plan and divide into monthly plans, divide into weekly plans, divide into daily plans, and work accordingly at every stage. Measure your performance. How are you performing against the plan? That will give you very good confidence. And at every milestone, celebrate yourself. You celebrate. See, you have completed one subject. Take a break. Go for a movie. Go to a friend and watch some YouTube videos, or very good YouTube videos on internet. You do all these things. Celebrate it and come back again and complete one more subject. If you can do like that, then probably you will enjoy your preparation rather than doing it for somebody's sake. You will enjoy your preparation. So these are the 3 steps that you need to remember when you are going to prepare for competitive examinations. Now, as I said, this is the difference between a university exam and a competitive examination. So you need to start your preparation from 3rd year onwards. Start in 3rd year, because 4th year it is very difficult for you to prepare for competitive exams. I'll tell you why. The first thing is, you have got something called project work in the 4th year. You need to spend a lot of time on that. Second thing, you are going to work on your placements also. That's the second important thing. Third one is, of course, not too professional, but this is the last year in your college, and you want to have some memories before you step out of the college. So within all these 3 things, you lose yourself. So that's the reason my suggestion is, start it in 3rd year, complete it by 3rd year end, or if possible 4th year 1st semester. You complete everything by 4th year 1st semester and focus on all other these 3 things. So that's the strategy that I suggest for students. If you can spend 800 to 900 hours on GATE examination, you can crack it very easily. If you can spend 1000 to 1100 hours, you can crack ESE examination very, very easily. Not hours, but effort wise, I'm telling you. So now let us discuss about GATE examination, one of the competitive exam that we are going to discuss. And as I keep talking to students, my suggestion to you is, if you can prepare for GATE examination thoroughly, 100%, then there is no need for you to prepare separately for any other competitive exam. People ask me, ISRO exam, DRDO exam, BARC examination, BAS examination, Public Service Commission examination, DISCOM, GENCO, any examination that you're talking about, railway examination, SSC examination. See, any examination you need not to prepare separately if you prepare for GATE examination thoroughly. Now the problem with GATE examination is, many students, they do not understand what is GATE exam is all about. The biggest problem that I have seen with many students is, they fail to understand what is GATE. They think that GATE stands for Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. But if you can look at the examination one more, if you look at GATE one more time, GATE, okay, is there any problem in getting my voice, because people are raising their hands?
No, sir, it's audible.
Okay, then perfect. Okay. So what is GATE examination is all about? GATE examination is all about testing your aptitude. That word A is very, very important in 4 letters. That alphabet, very, very important out of those 4 alphabets. See, for me, GATE examination is a test for engineering students to check their graduate syllabus aptitude. They are going to test the examination, the people who are going to conduct the examination are going to test your aptitude, not your memory power, not your simple knowledge. Knowledge is required, but you should also know how to apply the knowledge in real-time situations or practical approaches. So that's what they're going to test, and that is the reason for many students, they do not understand this one and they prepare in a different way. That's the reason, if you ask me, at least 90% of the students who are taking GATE examination, they say GATE exam is difficult. But if you can understand that GATE examination requires different kind of a preparation, and if you are preparing in that direction, then obviously GATE examination is not difficult. Because I've seen so many students in my 6 years stint with ACE Academy, that many ordinary engineering students, 60%, 65% kind of a students also, average students also have got very good ranks because they have understood that aptitude is more important rather than having simple knowledge. Let us see what is GATE. GATE is conducted by IISc and 7 IITs every year in the month of January, February. Next year, because of the COVID, I'm just guessing that there may be a delay of 1 or maybe more than that. But I don't think that's going to be a big difficult thing for the students who are preparing for GATE examination. So why we need to take GATE examination seriously? Because GATE exam is one such examination which is giving you multiple opportunities. See, when you take GATE examination, you are going to do your masters, you can get into PSUs, you can do management programs, you can get into research. So multiple options are available in one single thing. I mean, if you ask me any such examination in India, I do not know any such examination which can give you multiple opportunities through one single examination. If you take CAT examination, it can get into your management program only. If you talk about civil services, it will put you into government services only. That's it. It is not going to give you anything else. But GATE examination can give you all these 4 options. Let us see one after another. First thing, you can do masters and PhD in IISc, IITs, NITs, and a few other IIMs also. Of course, that too with a stipend of 12,400 for MTech and 28,000 for PhD. Now, one good question that many students ask me in my sessions is, sir, when I'm getting a good placement in my campus, why should I go for MTech in IITs? I'll tell you why should you go for IITs or NITs. See, studying in NIT and IIT is altogether a lifetime experience, first thing. Second one is it will give you a lot of exposure about the external world. These are the 2 things on the personality side. And on the technical side, on the subject point of view, you are going to be there in a very highly competitive technical environment. That's one thing. And apart from that, the kind of placements what you're going to have in IITs and IISc and NITs are completely next level placements. Now, if you see here, some of you may understand, may know all these logos of the companies which I'm showing you. See, some of these companies have gone to IIT Bombay, IIT Roorkee, IIT Madras, and IIT Guwahati in the last year, and they have picked up so many PG students and UG students together. Now, if you ask me, companies like Intel, companies like Tata Steel, companies like SAP, companies like Huawei, companies like Amazon Development Center, they may not come to your campus to recruit these kind of profiles. They may come, but they may recruit different profiles. So the profiles that I'm talking about are at the design and development stage. So if you want to work in that kind of a area, that kind of a profiles, then probably the best place for you to do your masters is an IIT or an IISc or NITs. Now, the second option through GATE examination is PSUs. PSU jobs, public sector undertakings. Okay. Now, as I said earlier already, for PSUs are much preferred by engineering students over the many other organizations which offer them the jobs. As I said, the reasons are, you can see all the reasons here. But where are you going to work when you get a PSU job? Some of the PSUs that are recruiting through GATE are given here. You can see all these companies are there. You talk about SAIL, you talk about NTPC, you talk about Indian Oil, you talk about Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, you talk about Vizag Steel, you talk about Power Grid, BSNL, ECIL. All these companies are there. All these companies are there. So all of them are recruiting every year from GATE examination. That's one good thing, right? Otherwise, if you want to get into these kind of a PSUs, it is very difficult for you to write so many examinations. Now here you are going to write only one examination, and with one examination you are going to get into all the PSUs that you are aiming to join. So that's one good thing that is going to happen with the GATE examination. Now, how many opportunities are available and what kind of a companies are recruiting other than these which I have shown here? Now, if you come to civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics and instrumentation, and computer science, all the 6 branches are having PSU openings. You can see the numbers are given in the chart. You can see 31, 37, 40, 27, 18, 20 companies respectively, picking up from these 6 different branches. Now, I can tell you easily, there will be around 5 to 6,000 jobs available through PSUs, of course, which are from different branches and different levels. So you can easily say that many number of opportunities are available every year on a rough basis. Now, another opportunity, L&T Build India Scholarship. This is one very good scholarship. Earlier it was through GATE examination. Now it is not through GATE exam, but they are conducting their own examination, which is almost similar to GATE examination. Through this particular scholarship, you can get into IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, NIT Trichy, NIT Surathkal, and you can pursue your masters for 2 years with a scholarship of 13,400, and there is no need for you to pay tuition fees. And plus, once you complete your masters, you are going to get inducted into L&T organization with a very good salary of 8 to 9 lakhs. So these are the opportunities what you have got. The last opportunity that I am going to discuss now, and third opportunity that I am going to discuss is research options. You've got CSIR, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, DRDO, and the latest one is PMRF, Prime Minister's Research Fellowship. Through this particular fellowship, with this particular fellowship, you can do your research as soon as you complete your masters or integrated MTech from IISc, IITs, NITs. This was the initial case in 2017. In 2017, government said these are the institutes, students are eligible, other students are not eligible. But in 2019, they said any engineering student is eligible provided if their CGPA is 8 and GATE score of 750. So if you're planning to do research in IITs or some other places, the one thing that you can do is get into PMRF scheme. Why PMRF is, I mean, according to me, it is a little better than any other research opportunity, because the kind of a fellowship what you get is really good. Fellowship is around 70,000 initially in the first year. Why I'm talking about fellowship? Because I've seen in my research days that many students suffer a lot because of not having financial support. And this PMRF gives you that one. 70,000 per month is not a joke. You are going to get a very good fellowship. So you can survive 5 years very easily. The last option that we are going to discuss today is management courses. 2 institutes are government institutes that are accepting GATE score for management programs are NITI in Mumbai, IISc in Bangalore. Both of them accept GATE score for management programs. Other than these 2, a lot of private institutes in Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad are seen accepting, in Mumbai also, there in Gurgaon also, in NCR also, they accept GATE score as an common entrance test. So if you can take GATE examination, you can also do management programs. Now, especially NITI is one of the best institute for doing master's program in industrial engineering and management, where I have seen, I mean, academics are very good, but what I have observed is, especially the placements are really good for the students. I know that it is because of the engineering students doing MBA, they have got a very good salary package, but the salary package in NITI is much better than some of the IIMs also. Average is around 20.88 lakhs and highest is around 58.24 lakhs. It's a very good salary package. So those students who are planning to do masters in management, they also can write GATE examination. It is kind of a ek tir char shikar. So if you are going to write one examination, you are going to crack 4 opportunities that you are planning to pursue. Now the last one is you can do masters in other countries like Singapore, Germany, Switzerland also without any difficulty. Other benefits of GATE examination: one preparation for all competitive examination. Campus recruitment, it will help you. Academics also, it will help you. Eligibility criteria: final year students are eligible and the completed students are also eligible. No upper age limit, and the score is valid for 3 years. There are 25 papers in GATE examination. I'm sure all of you will have at least one paper which you are interested in and which you want to write in this list. The GATE exam is going to look like this. This is going to look like this.
So total of 65 questions for 100 marks, out of which 55 are from technical background, 10 are from general aptitude. So 15, 85, that is equal to 90, 100, and you have got 3 hours of time, that means 180 minutes. Now the calculation that we need to do is, we need to answer 65 questions out of 3 hours and 180 minutes. So how much time is available for each question? Roughly 2.5 to 3 minutes time is available to answer each question. So is that time not sufficient to answer an objective question? It's sufficient. As far as I know, it is sufficient. But why many students find it difficult to answer 65 questions in 3 hours time is because of their way of preparation, some of the mistakes that they do in their preparation. That's the reason it becomes difficult for them to answer 65 questions in 3 hours time. Now, what are the things that they don't do? The first thing is, what I suggest strongly is, please download the syllabus of the paper what you're planning to write in GATE examination. Take a printout of that and go through thoroughly. Why? Because it is going to give you very powerful insights into what to study, what not to study. From GATE exam point of view, I can tell you what not to study is more important than what to study. Because many times I've seen students wasting their time in studying the topics which are not even there in the syllabus. Okay, so syllabus you need to know thoroughly. And second one is, pick up standard textbooks and study material. When I say textbooks, not multiple textbooks, just pick up 1 or 2 textbooks per subject. That is more than sufficient. When it comes to study material, you can pick up, without any hesitation, you can pick up ACE Academy study material. That much I can tell you. Now, with the study material and with the textbooks, what are you going to do? With the study material and textbooks, you are going to study the theory and make your fundamental concepts clear. Once you do these two things, then automatically you are going to have a very good thorough understanding of the fundamentals. Once your fundamentals are strong, what you need to do, which is not done by many students. Many students take it lightly. They think that I've prepared very well, now I can answer any question. But my suggestion is, once you are done with theory and fundamental concept, solve as many as possible previous year GATE and ESC and other exams questions from that particular subject only. Solve them. That will tell you 2 important things. It will tell you how the questions are going to be framed in the examination. Second one is, if you are making any mistakes in solving those questions, how can you make corrections to your preparation? These 2 things you are going to get from this particular exercise. After that, take a test series of any coaching institute like ACE Academy and take it seriously and solve it thoroughly. That's what you need to do. The next stage. Once you complete your entire preparation is done, then focus on some of the topics that you have left because either may be difficult or you have not got any question from that particular subject in the last 5 to 6 years of question papers. So identify those topics and try to solve as many as possible questions from that one, because you never know, from there you may get questions in the next year examination. Next, when you're practicing with the previous year questions, be careful about negative marks. See, negative marks are very, very dangerous in the GATE examination or any competitive examination. You're not only going to lose that 1 mark or 2 marks of that particular question, you're also going to lose already earned marks also. So that's a very difficult situation. If you make 4 mistakes, you are going to lose almost, if you're going to make 3 mistakes, you're going to lose 1 question marks. That means minus 1 question mark, either 1 mark or 2 mark you're going to lose. So it's very, very vital, especially from the GATE examination point of view. And the final one that I suggest you to do when you're going to prepare for GATE or ESC examination is make a short notes of every subject, write down the important formula of that particular subject. This will help you in the revision process. In the revision process, this will really help you because it is very difficult for you to revise the textbooks or the study material before the examination. And if you have this short notes or if you have this formula in your hand, it is very, very easy for you to revise the subjects. Now then, the aptitude of one important thing that I would suggest you is please please start your preparation with aptitude, because aptitude doesn't take much time. It hardly needs 10 to 15 days of time, because the syllabus is very limited and the syllabus is of 8th, 9th, 10th English and Math standard. So you can solve these questions very easily and practice these questions and move ahead. This is the first thing that I suggest you. Then the mathematics subject is also very important, because it is going to give you 12 to 15 marks in GATE examination, and it helps you in getting a good rank also. So focus on mathematics also. Again, coming to the syllabus, it is very, very limited syllabus. Now, many students I've seen over the years, and based on that one, I have prepared all these points. But fourth point looks to me very, very important. This point says 4 to 5 questions are a little lengthy in nature. They take more time, around 4 to 6 minutes of time. So you need to be careful with these 5 questions. If you are going to solve these 5 questions initially, 5 into 6, 30 minutes you are going to spend. 30 minutes you are spending on 5 questions. Just imagine if you get a thought in your mind that if I'm going to spend the same amount of time in my examination, how many questions I'm going to solve? 5 questions in 30 minutes. That means 3 hours. 3 hours means 630 minutes. 6 into 5. 6 5 30 questions you are going to answer. This kind of a thoughts will come into your mind and you lose your confidence. So that's the reason what I suggest is, do not answer these kind of a questions initially in your examination. Answer them at the end of the examination, so that you can answer easy questions first and you can answer these difficult questions at the end of the preparation. That's the reason I told you to practice as many questions as possible, because identifying these 4 to 5 questions which are difficult is not an easy task. They look like an easy one, but with very good practice, then only you can realize that these are lengthy questions. Next one very important one is virtual calculator. See, I mean, I'm sure all of you are very good in solving or simplifying the mathematical equations using physical calculator. But in GATE examination, you are not allowed to carry the physical calculator. You are not allowed to carry any calculator. You are going to be given a virtual calculator. Which has got all the features of the regular calculator, but they are arranged in a different manner. Keys are very different. So you need to get habituated yourself to that particular virtual calculator before you enter into the examination hall. So for that, what we have done is we have prepared a 1 hour plus video on our YouTube channel, which is explained by our experts how to use virtual calculator in the GATE examination. For that, you can always join our YouTube channel. There the video is available, you can watch it. Now, the other point is in GATE examination, it is very important to know how to use elimination technique or substitution technique. Now, why this is important? Just look at this equation. If you are looking at this equation, you can answer this question in 5 minutes time. At the same time, you can answer this question in 1 minute time also. You know how to answer this in 5 minutes, but I will tell you how to answer this one in 1 minute time. If you observe the fraction 80 square by 76y square, safely I think we can assume that this is a positive value. It cannot be a negative value. Why? Because y square is always positive. When y square is positive, the fraction is positive. So this complex equation is going to become very easy equation. Y is equal to 20 minus say 80 square by 76y square. So 76y square is positive, 80 square or 76y square is also positive. So y value has to be less than 20. So all that you need to do is pick up the multiple choice options 4 and identify which one is less than 20. That is your answer. You need not to solve. Unfortunately, there are 2 answers which are less than 20. Don't worry. Pick up one answer and put it in the equation, in this equation. If it satisfies the equation, that is the answer. If it doesn't satisfy, the other one is the answer. As simple as that. There is no need for you to answer each and every question in a traditional manner. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So these are the few tips that I wanted to share with you. Before I stop about GATE examination, these 3 are very important: elimination technique, periodical time monitoring, easy questions first. Now let us look at GATE cutoff marks. If you look at the GATE cutoff marks, most of the times the gate cutoff marks are around 35 or 35 plus. The highest mark in this year is 36.6 in PI, but other than that one, all of them are less than 35. So if you can get 35 plus marks, you are going to qualify. That's the first target for any student who is preparing for GATE examination. Getting 35 marks and qualifying the GATE examination. Now I'm going to tell you how to increase that 35 marks. 35 marks will come from only two subjects, mathematics and aptitude. They are going to give you almost 27 to 30 marks. Now how to get good marks in the GATE examination? I'm going to share a table with you, which is going to help you. This table I can share you. I'll share my WhatsApp number at the end of the session. If you need this one, just WhatsApp me about this. I'll share this particular table with you. But this table is going to tell you what are the subjects that you need to focus and what are the subjects that you need not to focus. So when you see last 9 years question papers, you can easily identify that there are 6 to 7 subjects which are important from the examination point of view. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Focus on those 6 to 7 subjects, spend less time on other subjects. Typically for electrical engineering also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subjects. 6 subjects are important, other subjects are not so important. Same thing for civil, same for mechanical, computer science, instrumentation, and look at PI. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 subjects are giving you almost 80 marks. If you have any doubt, just add up all these things. If not 80 marks, they may give, these 4 subjects are going to give you almost 75 to 76 marks. So you need to identify those subjects which are important, and you need to improve your knowledge and your aptitude in that particular subjects. So now to the next examination, that is engineering services. This is conducted by UPSC for Government of India to recruit into Indian government engineering departments. This is applicable for, this is conducted in 4 streams: civil, mechanical, electrical, and electronics and telecommunication. Other students also can write this examination, but they have to take any one of these 4 streams. This is conducted in 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 1 happened in this year. Stage 2 not yet happened. It is taking time because of the COVID. Final year students are eligible. No limit on number of attempts. So why ESE? I've shared my thoughts. Coming to important one is about ESE is vacancies. See, competition ratio is very high in this examination. But believe me, not all the 250,000 students who are applying for this jobs, engineering service examination, are real competitors to you. With my experience, I can tell you hardly 35 to 40,000 students are real competitors. Others are, they are naam ke vaste kind of a competitors. So if you are really serious about engineering services, if you can prepare seriously, then probably cracking this examination is not difficult. Okay. What is eligibility criteria? Very simple. Age must be between 21 to 30, Indian citizen and final year student or completed student. Scheme. There are 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 1 is prelims, objective. Stage 2 conventional, essay type questions. Stage 3 you have got interview. So these 3 stages are there. Stage 1 is conducted in January, stage 2 in July, stage 3 in September and October. So you have sufficient time to prepare from stage 1 to stage 2, stage 2 to stage 3. Now, very important one which can give you a lot of motivation is the cutoff marks. The cutoff marks are around 700 to 710. This is the cutoff mark last year, 2019 paper. Out of 1300, you are getting 700. That means if you can get 55% of marks in this examination, you are sure of getting a job. If you don't want to take any risk, get 60%, you are sure of getting a job. Why? How can I say? Because the cutoff marks in GATE examination is around 65, highest is 66.92 and lowest is 61. So if your percentage is around 60, if you can get 60% marks in this examination, surely you are going to get the job. Some of the tips before I stop, these are the tips that you need to keep in your mind. So as I said, aptitude test, conceptual questions, tricky numericals, do not muck up the formula, practice, revision, study important topics at a higher level because they give you good marks. From suggestions from my side is please do not waste your time on unnecessary things. Use smartphone limitedly, and avoid social media when you're preparing for these competitive exams. These are the 3 tips which will save a lot of time for you. Mind you, on these 3 things, in any particular day, you are going to spend 3 hours on these 3 things. So if you can spend less time on these, you can utilize these 3 hours every day. So coming to ACE Academy, what are we going to offer for the students who are preparing for GATE and ESC and other competitive exams? We provide classroom coaching, we provide online coaching, we provide postal coaching, test series, interview guidance. Now, this COVID situation where classroom coaching is not possible, now we have come up with a combination of online plus classroom coaching. In this, you can join GATE 2021, 2022, ESC 2021, 2022, where certain part of the course you can attend online, certain part of the course you can attend in the classroom. Once the COVID ends, you can join the classroom. That is one option. This is the option that we have got, and we have got the next batches starting on 7th July, which are available. GENCO for CSE also, there is a special date, 30th June we are starting. For other branches, we are starting on 7th July. GENCO also is available on 7th July. So these are the things that are available. Online, offline combination classes. There is another one, like students like Hero Sigur, where it is difficult for you to attend the classroom coaching programs of ACE Academy. So we have come up with something called online live classes. Online live classes where you need not to go anywhere. You can just sit in front of your computer. You can attend the classes like how you are attending my webinar today. So for this also, the classes are starting from 7th July. There is another program, especially this is for Hindi land, where students are comfortable in Hindi plus English mix kind of a classes, where we are offering this one for Hindi land. If there are some students who are in this particular batch also, those students who are comfortable with Hindi, they can always join this one. This has already started on 26th, a couple of days back. You can still join this particular program if you are really interested. Apart from these 4 programs, we have got a 4th program where all the classes are recorded and added animation, and they are deposited. They are kept in a platform that is called DeepLearn. So where you can access the recorded lectures, already recorded lectures you can access at your convenience whenever you want. See, this particular lectures have an advantage. Whenever you want, whichever the subject that you want to study, you can study. That's the advantage what we have got in this recorded lectures. This is also available. For more information, you can log on to ACE Academy website or DeepLearn website. Now, these are the classroom coaching programs what we have got, and study material has got all these characteristics. And this is what we believe how you can get success. If you want to get success, you need some kind of a coaching, some kind of a support, study material, test series, career guidance, motivation. These are the 5 important things that you need if you want to get success in your competitive examinations. Now, if you are preparing for any other examinations, as I said, ISRO, Ordnance Factories, BARC, any other PSUs, SSC, whatever the examination, if you prepare for these 2 exams, you are ready for any other examination. All that you need to do is revision. Some of the general suggestions. And why is the pioneering institute in this domain, comprehensive coverage of syllabus, faculty, study material, guidance, test series, scheduling of classwork, very good infrastructure. These are some of the USPs of ACE Academy, and that's the reason we have got very good ranks over the years. This year also we have got very good ranks in ESC, 378 selections out of 500 selections. This year also again we have got very good ranks in GATE, 9 first ranks in GATE examination. And all the information that I've shared today, while in the morning or in the evening, is to give you that confidence and trust. Yes, if I can prepare systematically, if I take assistance from the right people, then cracking GATE examination is not a difficult one, or ESC is also not a difficult one. And we are there to help you. Wherever you need our help, we are available to help you out so that you can get success. And if you're interested in any of our coaching programs which have already started, which are going to start in the future, please log on to my website aceNGGacademy.com and register yourself for the upcoming batches. And before I stop, to win the race, join ACE. Thank you. It's time to ask questions. If you have any questions, I request.
Some students had sent the questions in the chat box.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look at these.
Karma, she sent that what is the cutoff to get into PSU?
Yeah. See, there is no standard cutoff as such to get into PSUs. Typically, it varies from year to year depending upon the competition. But what I can tell you is, if you can get a rank below 500, some cases like mechanical and electrical, if you can get up to 600, 700 rank also, the chance of getting into any one of the PSUs are very good. If you translate that number on a general thing, I'm telling you, it is not specific to any particular year, but generally, if you can get around 65 to 70 marks in any year GATE examination, the chance of getting into PSUs are better. The better marks, better chances, but if you can get at least 65 to 70 marks, the chances are good.
And Sindhu is asking one question.
I'm just seeing, sir.
Sindhu.
Sindhu, yes, sir. Is it GATE exam compulsory for next upcoming days? Next upcoming days. Sindhu, there is a lot of discussion happening on all these things. All these, permutation, combination, apprehensions are there that GATE is going to become mandatory for all engineering students. As far as I know, the file is still pending with MHRD in Delhi. They may make it mandatory, they may not make it mandatory, but I suggest you assume this as mandatory and prepare for it. Because when you are preparing for GATE examination, you are going to have a lot of side benefits from this particular examination. So still, I'm not sure about the mandatory thing, but I suggest you to make it mandatory yourself. What are the opportunities for biomedical engineering students? Because it is new course introduced in GATE 2021.
Azharuddin asked, sir.
Yeah, Azharuddin Ansari. Azharuddin, biomedical is not a new one in GATE examination. It was earlier there, but because of not having number of students in the examination, appearing for the examination, it was removed from the list. Again, last year it has been added. It has got very good opportunities, especially the process control, especially in medical, and then instrumentation and process control. These three areas, biomedical students are having very good opportunities. And in fact, if you look at IITs and other institutes also, they are offering very good courses which are meant for them. But unfortunately, I've not seen any PSU offering a PSU job. So that is not possible, but many IITs are offering MTech seats, PhD programs, and very good companies are picking up those students also. In fact, I've seen GE Medical Systems, Philips, and many other good companies picking up biomedical engineering students from these campuses. Another one, anonymous attendee. Do we want to undergo GATE exams more than one time if we want to do any one of two things above?
Question is not clear, sir.
Not clear, but what I feel is, see, there are two things that I have understood from the question. One is, if you want to write GATE exam more than one time, it is possible. You can write GATE examination any number of times. But on the other side, if you want to write two papers, it is not possible in GATE examination. Probably what you can do is, this year you can take one paper and take the examination. If you do not think it is a right option for you, you can change your paper next year. You can write one more in the next year. But you cannot take two papers in one single year. That is not possible. I think same question repeated again. What to do master in abroad? Okay, Sangeeta, see, Singapore, Germany, and Switzerland, there are at least 6 to 7 universities which are also accepting GATE score as an eligibility criteria. So you can apply for those programs and you can do masters in very good universities. I'm not telling you these good universities are kind of a shabby universities. They are very good universities. In fact, in Singapore, National University of Singapore and then Nanyang University, and in Germany also TWH, Aachen, and Munich University. Some of the universities which accept GATE score. So you can always look at for these things.
Sir, one of the professor is asking question.
Sir, can
Yes.
you name the professor, sir, please?
Nitin Patil, sir. What is the prerequisite to join the courses?
To join ACE Academy courses?
Yes, sir. For students.
No, sir. I understand from the students and faculty point of view. Are there any prerequisites for us to join this one? See, we assume that you have not attended any classes in your college. From there, we are going to start. From the basics, we are going to start. We are going to start from mathematics. We are going to start from aptitude. Even the technical subjects, we are going to start from the very, very basic subjects, basic topics. So that's the reason you need not to worry about whether really do we need to have some kind of a prior knowledge to attend the classes. Do not worry about that one. It is very much from the basics.
Sir,
Somebody is asking what is the eligibility criteria for CS in GATE examination. The same eligibility criteria for any other students. It's not anything different.
Sir, many of the students asked that they are from different batch, but they can opt that the branch exam or not.
Yeah, they can write other branch. Typically, what I have seen in this last 6-7 years is many mechanical engineering students, they write in PI. Many production and industrial engineering students, they write mechanical. ECE, they write in instrumentation. Instrumentation write in ECE. Electrical will write in ECE. ECE will write in electrical. Some other branch students write computer science. All these things are possible. All these things are possible. But see, my point is when you have studied in a particular subject for 4 years, and there must be a strong reason for you to change your core branch and shift to another branch. So if the reason is very strong, you can write any of the paper.
Sir, Yashwant is asking one question.
Yeah.
Can I crack GATE exam without coaching?
Sir, as I see from last few years, without coaching also possible. But why I suggest coaching? I'll tell you the difference between coaching and taking coaching and not taking coaching. See, coaching, if you take coaching, you are in a schedule. You are in a schedule. You are going to attend the classes. You are going to come back, and you do not have any other work other than attending the classes, and come back and review the subjects what you have learned on that particular day, solve some questions, and find out some doubts. Next day you go back and answer those doubts with the faculty. And second thing is, you are going to see thousands of students preparing for the same examination from the same branch. So that will give you a lot of competitive spirit, a kind of a ignition that you are going to get in your mind that yes, when so many people are trying for this, why can't I try for this? So, and when you're preparing on your own self-preparation, if you are highly committed and highly determined, I'm not saying it is not possible. It is possible. I've seen many students doing that one. This year, one of the top ranker in GATE examination is through postal coaching only. It is possible, but if you have that kind of a determination and commitment, it is possible. But if you do not have that one, if you are a person who is not very punctual, and if you are going to procrastinate things, then I don't suggest you to prepare on yourself.
Sir, Divya Raj is asking one question.
Yeah.
While presenting, you told that it's better not to memorize the formulae. What is the method to remember them otherwise?
See, Divya Raj, I am really happy that you have asked this question. See, what I'm trying to tell you is why you should not memorize the formula. See, when you're looking at the formula from a textbook or from any other material, if you remember the formula and go to the examination hall, if they tweak, if the examiner is going to tweak the same situation, which you have remembered a particular formula, if he's going to change the situation, if he is going to change the parameters of the question, then automatically formula also has to change. So if the formula is not changing, then you're going to get a wrong answer. My point is, instead of remembering the formula, please remember the relationship between the parameters that are available in the formula. See, something proportional, straight away proportional to some other factor. Some parameter is indirectly or inversely proportional to some other parameter. You identify the relationship between various parameters, various statistics that you are going to observe in that particular formula. Then probably in the examination you will not get difficulty. You will not feel difficult in that one. I'm not against remembering, but do not mug up the formula without understanding the formula. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Is there anybody who want to ask question?
Many students are asking me the PPT. I'm really sorry, I cannot share this PPT as it is because it is the intellectual property of an organization. I do not have any rights to share this particular thing because this comes under our intellectual property. So other than sharing the PPT, if you need a specific information in my PPT, please ask me. Please send me a message on my WhatsApp number. I can share you that particular information, but please do not ask me to share the entire PPT.
The Sangeeta is asking, other than GATE, what are the best competitive exams?
Okay, other than GATE examination, what are the other exams that they can prepare? I'm assuming that Sangeeta is from which branch, sir?
EC branch, sir.
EC branch. A lot of options are there. She can get into ISRO. She can go for, earlier it was BSNL JTO, but now BSNL also coming to GATE examination. ISRO is one very good opportunity. DRDO is another opportunity. BARC is also another opportunity. These are the three opportunities straight away that are available. Apart from this, there are many other central government and state government public sector units which are going to recruit on their own methods. So a lot of opportunities are available, sir. But these are the three notable ones: ISRO, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, DRDO. These are the three institutes which recruit on a regular basis every year.
Yes, sir. The name is not there. SpaceX they had given. Which would be the best option? Prepare for GATE and go to higher studies, or prepare for GATE and get into the company?
Okay, sir. This again depends upon the situation of the student. Usually, we talk about this one about this one. This is about all about the situation of the student basically. So if the family of the student is not really pressing him to get into a job, then probably they can go for masters. But there is a other theory also on the same one. Even if the family is not pressurizing you to do a job, I've seen many students going for a job. The simple reason is when they go for a job, they realize what are the capabilities that they have got, and they also understand where the more opportunities are available in the corporate sector. So based on that one, they can always do a master's course after completing after writing the GATE examination. So both the things are okay. Either you can do write GATE examination and then do masters, or write GATE examination, do a job and then do masters. So anything is possible because GATE score is valid for 3 years, sir. So 3 years time you can work for 2 years, and third year you can join a master's program by utilizing your GATE score.
Is anyone want to ask the question? You can unmute and ask. You can mute and ask.
CSE student, is it possible to crack UPSC? I think Bharat BG. Bharat, any examination is possible if you have whatever that I said today. If you can follow that particular strategy, it is very, very easy for anybody to crack competitive exams. Whether you're a CSE student, whether you're a BA student, BSc student, any student, if you can understand the strategy behind competitive examination, then obviously it is possible for you to crack these examinations.
So Sneeka is asking. She is in final year now. She had not yet started the preparation. So is it possible to crack the GATE exam in first attempt?
Sir, it is possible, but she has to work for more number of hours. Initially, I was suggesting 3 hours per day. If she can spend 5 to 6 hours per day, then it sums up to be 6 into 30 days, 180 hours, 180 into 6, almost 1,000 plus hours. So it's possible. 6 months time is available. If she can start from today onwards, it's very much possible for her to crack the examination. See, Sneka, even I do not know how good you are in many of the subjects that we are talking about. So, if you can talk to me personally, then probably I can help you out in a much better way.
Can anyone want to ask the question?
Yeah, I think I have skipped some of the questions, but I've shared my WhatsApp number to you. All of you can ask the same questions on my WhatsApp number. Slowly, but give me 1 or 2 days time, but slowly I can answer all the questions. If I'm unable to explain it to you in a written answer, I'll call you back and I'll talk to you in person. That's not a problem for me.
Okay, so sir, can we talk?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a time to offer the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I, on behalf of HSIT community, express deep sense of gratitude towards the management and principal of this our esteemed institution, Dr. S.C. Kamte sir, for their kind support and encouragement towards conducting this webinar on how to crack the GATE exam and other competitive exams in first attempt. On behalf of the principal, HOD, staff, and entire student community, I wholeheartedly thank Dr. Mahipal Reddy sir, a senior manager strategic marketing, ACE Engineering Academy, Hyderabad, for sharing the information. Thank you, sir, for such an informative session, which will be surely helpful for our students in cracking the competitive exam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, and thanks to all the students and faculty and the management for giving us this opportunity. We are really thankful to all of you. Thank you, sir.
I thank Raghavendra sir for the support. Who is the branch manager of ACE Engineering Academy, Bangalore. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I take this opportunity to thank our beloved HOD, Dr. Ravi M. Edhardi, for their encouragement and guidance and continuous support throughout the organization of this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, and I wish all the students all the best for in their all their
Yes, I
their
sincerely
future
thank all
endeavors.
the participants for their active participation and patient listening. Last but not the least, I thank all my colleagues for helping me out in the process of conducting this webinar. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
The feedback link will be shared. I will share the chat box. ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ಓರ್ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. ಸಾರಿ ಸರ್, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್, ಗಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು ರೀ. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್, ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತೇನೆ ಸರ್.